Hello everybody and welcome to the Alien vs Predator Galaxy YouTube channel. This is Community Co-Administrator Corporal Hicks and I'm back with a new video, a different video this time. So far Ridgetop and I have done lore video or Star lore videos. I've been trying to keep up a bit more on the news videos and we've just completed a campaign of Let's Plays. So I wanted to do something a little different to what we've done before. It's not something I've done before either, so this will be pretty new to me. Anybody who listened to the Alien King lore video will know that I chose that particular video to do because of a new product that Prodos Games were releasing. And Prodos Games are the publishers of the Alien vs Predator The Hunt Begins miniatures game, and by extension the Alien vs Predator Unleashed war game uses the same components. Now, they recently announced an Alien King model, which was what put me in the mood. The last wave that they just released contained three new expansions, sorry. The Alien King, the USCM Officer, and a new multi-pack of cloning Marines. So I have ordered and just received the USCM Officer unicast model and the Alien King model. So I thought I'd do a little unboxing of the new models just to see what they were like and have a look at them. So we'll start with the USCM Officer. This is a unicast model, and that is essentially what it sounds like. The whole model came out in one printing process. Prodos recently re-released the second edition of the game, which you can see in the left hand side here, and that was all unicast. They've since released several expansions. So inside the box you've got cards and the model, as well as a ping token. So that's the if I can get the focus in. There we go. So that's the ping token for the officer. And here, sorry about this, guys. There we go. And there is the officer. So he is equipped with a big ass LMG sort of variant of the pulse rifle. So I'm struggling to get in focus because I've got it on manual, because auto didn't seem to be working on this camera, but whatever, I'm practicing. So that is the heavy variant of the pulse rifle, an M41A-E2 heavy pulse rifle, and on his back, if we can see it, there we go, is the M37A2 shotgun. So, like I said, he's unicast, so he's all in one. And is he chomping a cigar? Yeah, he's cigar chomping. And on the base, if you can just see there, is a crushed predator with his hand clasping his mask under a door that the officer has just cracked open. So it's a pretty nice looking model. Looks a bit in the face, see if we can get that in focus a bit better. There we go. Little little bit sort of, I guess, cartoony in his appearance, but he looks big and badass. So what is cool about the officer is that he actually comes with multiple stat lines, multiple cards. So you can play him as a major, a colonel, and a captain. So that was actually out of order in the pack, so it'd be captain, major, colonel. And what are the differences in his stats? Well, the weapons are all the same, different wounds and different armor values. So everything else is the same, apart from it gets progressively more wounds to kill him, so 3, 4 and 5, and the minimum value in which his armor can decrease, which is there, also changes. So his armor can only go down to 11, his is 12, and his is 13. So that is again, apologies about this, guys. That is the USCM officer. And that was his box art. Get a good look at him, pretty cool. And so the next one is the big badass. If I remember rightly, the officer only cost about £15, maybe a little bit more. I can't quite remember. But the king on the other hand, he was a bit more expensive of a unit. I think he was about 60 quid. But if you compare the size of the box, he's a significantly bigger unit. But that said, the box is actually a lot bigger than the unit is anyway, as evidenced with the officer. But he is going to be pretty massive. So let's have a look inside here. If I could get inside the bloody box. So we have got, unlike the Marine, a lot of different components to this one. So this is the base, actually quite sticky for some reason, but that is just at the size of the base alone. Look how big that is compared to the Sarge. Well, not the Sarge, sorry, the officer. It's massive. This is cool. You've got an alien there crawling up from the rubble, and the arm of a power loader, who I guess hasn't fared very well. Looks like a wing actually. The rest of it. The game does actually have a dropship model for it. It's the only flying unit in the game so far, I do believe. So, what else do we have? We've got the Bug Hunt rules, which I'll go into in a little bit, and the 2nd edition expansion pack. So this is just a little catalogue of what expansions there are. So we've got the Alien Queen, and that looks like the old version. These all look like the old versions rather than the unicasts. So Alien Queen, there's a unicast version of her. Alien Warriors, there's unicast versions of them. The Commandos, there are unicast versions of those. And we've got the Youngblood, there's no other versions of those at the minute. The Power Loader, the Sentry Guns, Facehuggers, and the Predalien. And on the back's just a cool little advertisement for the Wargame expansion rule. Says, well, that's what they call the AVP Unleashed mode. And then a cool look at one of the dioramas that Prodos normally drag around with them at the various events. So pyramid themed, like Paul Anderson's AVP. So what we've got up next is the Bug Hunt mode. This is a rule set for a new game mode that comes with the King. So the digital download version of this is actually available on the Prodos website. It just gives you an example of the starting board, and then you sort of move on to build it as you see fit. And the King's start line is here. Oh, he didn't actually come with a card in his box, a stat card like the officer did. It's all there. I don't know if that was an omission, I'll have to find out. But I don't believe that the King can be played in the board game version. I think it can only be played on this mode and future conditions there. This mode and the wargame version. That's probably why he didn't come with a stat card. So this is one you'll have to assemble piece by piece. So what we've got here, we've got his arms. Pretty beastly arms. Next we have monstrous torso, and that's actually what the I think the King is known as in the rule set, is the monstrosity. It's pretty cool. And legs next. These are bigger than most of the models. His legs alone. Next up we have his tail, which is 3 parts in itself. And a multi-pronged pincer tail. I think one of its abilities was to use its tail to drag enemies towards it. Here we have some back spines to these, and its head. So, those of you familiar with the King, from the comics anyway, it's a big round bit, will know that this does not look like a thing like the King from the comics. It looks more like the design that Sideshow used recently for their bust. I think they were on maquette. They released that back in 2016, and this follows that design more than it does the comic book version. So, because I know it's in pieces and that's no fun, I'm going to cut to, you know, an hour or two later, shortly after I've had a chance to wash and put the thing together. I won't be able to paint it for you, I'm afraid. I've got no paint left at the minute. But yeah, the intent is this is just a quick unboxing video, but we'll see. I just wanted to put it together so I could show you what it looks like next to the scale of the other models, and I shall compare it to the Queen as well in terms of size. So, dissolve to it put together. Hi guys, I'm back. It's actually tomorrow rather than a few hours later, and that's because I was reminded of how much I prefer playing rather than assembling these things. So this is the King put together. I was actually struggling to get his tail assembled and stuck on, which is why I gave up and decided to just finish this off. And I did struggle with his left leg a little bit as well, but I got that on eventually. So just to show you the sort of size difference then, I guess, is here we have a bog standard marine unit from the starter set. Here we have a painted. I'm still not great with this camera business, am I? There we go. And so here we have a painted alien. These are the infant aliens. The box set comes with two. It comes with the stalkers, which are essentially runners, and the infants, which are, I guess, more like the AVP aliens rather than aliens. And here we have one of the three predators. And the Sarge from earlier, he is 40mm base, I think, so I think he's the same as the Predator. And here we have the Unicast Queen. So she's a 50mm base. And then if we zoom in down on the line and focus, that is how big the Queen is in comparison to other normal units. Something else I did forget to mention was that Prodos also sent a cool mini promo miniature. Here we go, sorry. I decided I'm not going to use autofocus. So yeah, this is an Adepticon mini. It's a Predator with I guess Victorian or Georgian style clothing. His little waistcoat and his puffy shorts. So each time I've ordered off of Prodos directly, they've sent an extra goodie. So I actually backed the first edition of the game on Kickstarter when it was first announced, a good few years ago now. Forget how long it was. And I brought the second edition when that was released, but I had a pretty big gap in gaming, and over the last few months I've got back into it, so I've been buying some more expansions, and I think it was around about Valentine's Day, because they did the Valentine's Day promo, so I ordered something then, got the Valentine's Day Predator, which I guess I'll show you another another video if this is actually of interest to anybody who's watching the channel. The second lot, I got an old Christmas promo, which was pretty cool actually. It was like an alien bursting out of a traditional present. The third lot of stuff, I got a extra squad of Marines, which was pretty cool. And then obviously this time with the Adepticon Mini. So, you know, I found them to be pretty good to order from directly. So I'm still having a problem with the base. It's still pretty sticky, which I understand is likely something to do with being removed from the mould too early, or the resin not being, I think the terminology was cured properly before it was put out. I'm going to have to look into that before I look into that a bit more before I stick it all together. The officer was also a teeny bit sticky as well, but not to the extent that the base for the king was. So I think the idea is you just let them dry in the sun for a bit, but being as, like I said, I'm more interested in playing the game rather than sticking it all together and painting it, I'll have to double check that before I commit to anything. But yeah, that's been the unboxing of the Alien King and the USCM officer from Prodos Games. So this was the latest wave. There was another additional expansion release, which was a multi-part Marine set, but I've already got 3 squads of Marines, so I'm not particularly interested in that myself. But for those that do like the customizability of your units, that should be of interest. And these were all purchased directly from Prodos, and their shop's available on the website. And that's been the video. I hope you've all enjoyed. If you have any comments, any feedback, please feel free to comment below and let me know. I know I've been a bit amateurish with the the focusing work, but I'm only recording on an SLR. I don't have anything proper, I'm afraid. Hopefully I'll get better at this if we do end up doing any more. Again, if this is the kind of thing you are actually interested in, do let me know. I'd love to know if there's any interest in these kind of videos on our channel. Maybe even do some gameplay videos. Chevy, who, if you listen to our podcast, is a real life buddy of mine who sometimes I have on. I play with him, so we could always record some games and see what everybody thinks. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please hit like, check out our other videos, and subscribe if you like what you see. Thank you for watching. Bye.